Avon Carly. Okay. This is the interior, but it's also the interior plumbing. And we're really not going to have much in the way of appliances because appliances were not installed. This is the guest bedroom. This would be the northeast bedroom. If we look out this window, I've run the lawn sprinkler system, if you see right there and right there. Those zones, okay, it's 3 and 9 are bleeding out. What that means is that after they turn off, they evacuate their systems, they bleed out. So then when you turn the water on again, you have to fill all that piping up with water. Then you water your yard, and then all the water in the piping bleeds back out. You have to fill the piping twice. Okay, if you filled it once and just let it sit there, I mean that's a lot of water. They sell very economical heads with check valves in them so that you don't continuously lose water like that. But this is the northeast bedroom. Double pane vinyl frame windows. I checked all the receptacle outlets I could reach. These are all vinyl. This is the way I did it. Okay, I'm coming down and then left. Well, this one's a little difficult. I'm kind of glad I did that because I raised them all and I only had a problem initially. Bring this one down first. Now neither one of them latched. Okay. All right. So this is our method. Guest bedroom, east wall, east window, east latch would not make. It was difficult to make. And all the receptacles are working and everything's fine for us here. All the closets and stuff. We're just kind of coming in here. The closet rods could be a little better. We got some paint, around. Painter was happy. Okay. She was happy and I'm happy to be here. Thank you. If I sound tired, is there a switch in here? There it is. Rocker switch. If I sound a little tired, it might be one of the first videos you see, but it's the last video I'm planning on making today, unless I run into something. This is the bathtub. Okay, the shower works. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Commode, everything's supposed to go down, goes down. Hi, Judy. Okay. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This GFCI operates all the bathrooms. Okay, so if you lose power in your bathroom, you gotta come wake up the guest. That piping right there that's coming in, okay, that's your primary drain line. It's the sewer line, right? It's a primary drain line that goes up to your air conditioning system. That has the shallow trap, and it doesn't have the cap. And then here we got this wonderful linen closet. That's a generous closet for a guest bedroom. You don't want to make them too comfortable. What I always heard. Okay, I got some blue tape. I don't do blue tape, but I put some blue tape around, on some different areas like that. Okay, just to call the painter's attention to it. My client will do this. And again, in my last video, this is the time where I get to say, thank you, dear client. This is the second inspection I've done for this client. So she has quite a bit of faith in me, and my family and I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. Okay, now one of the things that I'm required to do as a home inspector is I'm required to render an opinion about the foundation. Okay. This is the gas piping to the cooktop that has not been installed. And the code has changed. The code's changed some. Now if it's permanent, if you have a kitchen range, a freestanding range, you're not required to have a sediment trap. Like on the water heater and the furnace, you're not required to have sediment traps like that. But if it's a fixed cooktop, you're supposed to have a sediment trap on your gas pipe. This is going to be an electric oven, obviously. So I'm required to render an opinion about the foundation. Now, I use windows. These are all new windows. If I have a window like that one over there that's not closing right, and one in the primary bedroom, if I have a window that's not closing right, that's most likely installation. This is new construction. All the doors are opening and closing. The walls, I'm not seeing any cracks on the outside of the new house. You know? So that kind of leaves me in a quandary. I'm really only left to measure the foundation. I'm not an engineer. I use engineering equipment. Okay, so that doesn't make me an engineer. And so I don't calculate slope. I think home inspectors should stay in their lane. I know some home inspectors that do that. I don't do, is it within specs or tolerances? No. I've got guidelines. No more than 1 inch of floor height elevation differential within 25 feet, and no more than 2 inches of floor height elevation differential overall. Those are simple guidelines that I use that equipment with. And I would never dissuade my client from bringing an engineer in, peace of mind is worth something. But my experience suggests that an engineer is not going to have any problem with this foundation, even in regard to the placement of trees or grading and drainage. There's just no issues here, and I'm not talking you out of it. I wouldn't do that, but again, you're probably going to be buying peace of mind. This foundation is pretty level. And while we're here with the foundation, and I'm kind of disrupting my pattern and rambling. I told you it's the last video of the day. I'm tired. I'm an old man. Sun's staying up longer. Thank you, daylight savings time. The previous house my client had a really, really crooked wall. There's always a crooked wall in new construction. Always a crooked wall in new construction. Ours is over here. And in comparison to what was before, you can ask for it, and I hope you get it, and you probably won't. And that's just radically different than what we collectively agreed on previous. That was an unacceptable situation. If my client doesn't like this, and then that's fine. I mean, it's her house. She's buying that. But she gets the final word. And if you can get this little warp straightened out, I mean, God bless you. That'd be all right. I'd be proud if you did. I got it on video. I took a picture. I think I took a picture. Silicone, moving on along. This is our pantry. Our observations are quite limited. I don't inspect refrigerators regardless, but my understanding is a refrigerator is to be delivered and it's not here. I'm assuming that this is for the microwave. That's GFCI protected, by the way. And I'm assuming this is for an electric oven. I'm assuming that this is for the dishwasher. And I'm assuming that this is for the gas cooktop that doesn't have the sediment trap. I'm assuming that this is for... the kitchen vent fan. It goes up through the roof. And it's got the beat up tiles up there too, by the way. But we look up here, and what I'm not seeing, I couldn't get up there to check for GFCI, and I do not believe that's required to be GFCI, to be honest. But as I'm looking up here, I do not see a fire blocking plate. And I don't know how you're going to find out if you have one. A lot of times on these cabinets, they will lift off. And this one, or they'll swing open. Look at that. I went through all that for no good reason. Oh well, I just fumble through life. But you should have a metal fire blocking plate. When I say a fire blocking plate, I'm not saying that they should take metallic tape and make a square pattern to resemble a fire blocking plate. You deserve a fire blocking plate. So I'll just leave that open for discussion, just in case people want to talk about it. A lot of things I like to look for. I've opened a couple of these receptacles, and they seem to be mounted pretty good. And when I come out, I'll come out on this part of the kitchen. I got to keep my method. Smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarms. I'm pushing them. I'm listening. They're singing, and they all seem to be in the appropriate locations. We move along in here. This is interesting. I like this. This is your laundry and our clothes dryer vent is not labeled. Our length is not labeled. I took a picture going up through the inside, so the clothes dryer length is not labeled, and it's supposed to be, so that you can rest assured that your equipment will have enough oomph to take it to the top, and exhaust right. And they all probably do, but I didn't make the rule up. They're supposed to be labeled. Just like I didn't make up some of the rules about the electric service panel. And so we've got 4-prong electric clothes dryer. There's no gas connections in here. This is GFCI protected, even though it's not labeled as being so. So we've got quite a few electric receptacle outlets that are GFCI protected in the places that they're supposed to be GFCI protected, but they're not labeled. They're supposed to be labeled. Those little stupid stickers that I peeled all mine off, but you know, I'm a hypocrite. Okay, it's supposed to be labeled hot and cold. Once you get the clothes washer in here, you're probably not going to be swapping the hoses around and stuff. It's probably not going to be. But the fact is, they're supposed to be labeled hot and cold. And not always, because sometimes they're done right. But every time I see that they're not done right, I say it wasn't labeled hot and cold. We've got a video for the water heater video, and this is the main water shutoff valve to the house. One of the 2 main water shutoff valves to the house. Coming along here, this is the laundry combo mudroom. So we got that right here. And just know, a lot of times people put wainscoting behind here, or something shiny. Maybe just, you know what, an enamel finish. But if you're hanging like a wet rain slicker or something on this wall, it's going to stain. All right. This door has an automatic door closer on it. This is the garage pedestrian door, and we're missing our weather stripping around here. And that's where you find the electric service panel that's been recalled. That's the lawn sprinkler control over there in that corner. Over here in this corner is the water heater, and right here by the door is the garage door opener. That's too low, too close to the floor. So we're moving on along, because we're movers. We're moving and grooving. And so what we're going to do is we come in here, and this is in the plumbing section. This is in the water heater section. So, that's it. Okay, this is in the water heater section. But this is our dilution valve. And again, maybe you could get one out of another house, and you don't have to buy one. They're not that expensive, but they're not supposed to be painted like that. You can't read the calibrations. It's just if you had a warranty issue with it, they wouldn't honor that. That's not good in workmanlike manner. So just get a new one out of the box. I mean, they're building a house across the street. Take this out, take it across the street. You get a new one, and then somebody else can worry about it. Or throw this away, which is what really should happen. Make the painter pay for it, maybe. But I don't run people's business models. I don't know how the contractors work here. But, you say you didn't paint that, you painted that, so we got an issue with it. I'm not going to break it. That just pops on, all right? Do no harm. So, I'm also supposed to leave it like I found it. That's what everybody wishes. But, again, know your limitations and do no harm. How about that? I know my limitations. Missing a little bit of paint inside of here. I mean, what's going on with that? Like I said, I don't do blue tape. I encourage my client to come in here and get a nice, fat, big roll of blue tape. Thing is, see, you walk in this house. I walked in this house is just like every house like this. And I walked into it, like he walked into it, and I look at it, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And then the more time I spend in the home, the more things I see, I see the rough edges, Inside, that's aesthetic. I see edges like this on the window casement outside, okay? Well, that will suck up water. Okay? We're in here, this is the, bathtub, hot's on the left, cold's on the right, fill the water up. We still got water in there? No, just a shadow. All right, shower, hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This shower door does not close right. There's always a gap down here in the bottom corner, okay, on the latch side. And then it's also kind of wide right here in the middle. I don't know how you fix it. I think you might have a rubber gasket that goes on that side too. So when you're in there, you know, washing your feet and stuff, jumping around in the shower, trying to get clean, a lot of that water's going to come out here. And, you know, you put a bath mat down here, you know, but this is a brand new house. You'd think you could do something a little different than that. These are all GFCI protected, like they're supposed to be. And when I say these, I'm talking about the electric receptacle outlets. When I'm on the other side of that window, I'm seeing some sealant that's peeling away from the window in the brickwork. All right, underneath here, I'm seeing this a lot more in new construction. You know, it's not painted. It's not painted. And, you know, I remember not so long ago they were painted there. Oh, you'll never see that. That's underneath there. You know, when I got my little Geo, all right, the little hole where the spare donut tire goes, it was painted. And I never go in there. I never change a tire. You know? What's that about? You know? Come on. Think about it. Go look at your car. Go look at the spare tire hole, if it's inside. And I don't have a G. I was just using an economical reference. All right? But, yes. You know, the places you don't go in your car, inside your electric service panel, load center, breaker box, inside of that, the factory painted that. They knew you were never going to go in there. They painted that. I mean, and now that just, what? This is new construction, bud. Give us a break. Really? No. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. Hot's on the left, cold's on the right. This is the primary, and this is the bathroom. Vent fans work. Everything's supposed to go down, goes down. Coming on in here is the primary bedroom. And that's really kind of interesting about this. What I like, you know, this is an interesting floor plan to me. Home office, I work out of my house and think that I've got a mud room. When I come in, I can just take my clothes off, come in here, and get ready to go to dinner late. You know, I mean, that's everything somebody with an active lifestyle would want. Look at there. Okay. That's why I like you here. Primary bedroom, closet, doors, double doors, hinges, ball hinges do not make. They don't make. How do they feel these things? Oh, we got balls up there. You know what I'm also feeling? You know what I'm also feeling? These top rails have not been painted. If you look at the door manufacturer's instructions, they say all 6 sides. That's 4 sides. 5 top rail, bottom rail, 6. The ends of the doors should have been painted. And these doors don't latch. How about that? It's always good to bring your client with you. I get it, you know, I get to work in solitude, but no. Who am I working for? I'm working for you. Okay, primary bedroom, here we go. This middle window is difficult to open and close and latch properly, okay? So I've gotten 2 windows that are giving me a little bit of difficulty. Wow, this ceiling fan works. Which makes me want to go, because I'm thinking, we'll put some blue tape on that. Okay. Do we have a ceiling fan in this other room? I'll tell you why, when we get towards the end. Lights, camera, action, ceiling fan works. We'll just let you run for a moment, and we'll turn you off when we get here. I want to see if it's in. So we're coming along here. The thermostat is here. And this is kind of an appliance thing. This is the thermostat. This is the west wall. This is the sun. Okay? When the sun comes through these windows, this thermostat is a dumb animal. It only tries to do what you ask it to do. If you put it on 65, it wants to be at 65. It'll run until it gets to 65. Now, if it's in the wintertime, and the sun's coming through here, this thermostat's going to think that it's 65 degrees, and it's going to turn the furnace off. And then everybody in these bedrooms, okay, they might be freezing. And then in the summertime, the sun's coming in, and you put it on 65 degrees, and it thinks it's 75 degrees in here, even though it's 65 degrees back here, and it's going to be running, and then everybody's going to be freezing. So the radiant heat from the windows, did I say that backwards? But the radiant heat from the windows has a direct effect on the thermostat. It does. So we're coming along here. We don't have our ovens. We don't have our vent fan. We don't have our dishwasher. Okay. We got our sink. It's installed pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay. It's called a foul line. F-O-U-L. That's where all the germs and the bacteria and the cooties and the viruses hide. So we come along here. How about that? Okay. Pretty fancy. Okay, code says that a food waste disposal, the switch is supposed to be within sight of the disposal, so you're not like, digging your wedding ring out and somebody turns the switch on or whatever. That's a code state. The manufacturer, UL listed manufacturer, supersedes code. And the UL manufacturer says that it's okay to have a switch that's out of sight as long as it's less than 1 horsepower. This is 1/3 horsepower. It'd be a 1/4 horsepower, 1/2 horsepower, 3/4 horsepower, 5/8 horsepower. It's fine. If it's 1 horsepower, this switch is in the wrong place. But the manufacturer also says that this switch, wow, we got some stuff in there, don't we? You're not supposed to have a rocker switch. It's supposed to be old school. Should we have an old school switch in there that says on and off, so you don't have to wonder, it's installed upside right or whatever. So there's that. And since this is an island, I'm looking underneath here. I can't see through the walls, but what I believe I'm seeing is pattern fittings, and I don't see any holes on the countertop. And so I'm thinking, soap dispenser. But for the vacuum anti-siphon device for the dishwasher, so we've taken the drain line and it comes up and it's supposed to touch the bottom of the sink. Okay, looks like it's got a good start, and that's called an anti-siphon loop. So that when Elon's up in SpaceX and he's pushing all the barometric pressure down, making our weather for us, then the barometric pressure pushes down here and won't push the dirty water over into your clean dishes. That's why you have the thing. Okay? Leave our weather alone, Elon. The nicer the kitchen, the harder it is to find the trash can. Now we're moving along. Had to pull up my britches. Waiting for the hot water. Okay. Closer to you is hot water. This is how I'm leaving. Okay, I don't have a key to the house, so I'm going to lock the front door. And this door has 2 locks on it. Alright, a deadbolt and a regular lock. And I'm going to lock this door, and I'm going to pull it closed. And that's how I'm going to secure the home. Okay, windows are latched. Electricity's fine. How we doing over here? There we go, hot water. Hot. Okay, this is our pantry. That's pretty darn nice. Nice generous pantry. Coming along here. You should not have an electric receptacle outlet recessed farther than 6 inches underneath the countertop. And that's over 6 inches. That way you can have your Scentsy candle up here, or your crock pot, your bread maker, your hot air fryer. That's what's popular right now. So you'd have your hot air fryer and the cable be hanging down like that, and somebody could catch it and pull it out. And is anybody going to move that? It's code. It's been code since 2015. Okay, these windows are all fixed, so it doesn't mean that they got fixed. It means that they're not articulate. Okay, they don't go up and down. Coming on around, the fireplace hearth extension is less than 24 inches. Okay, but manufacturer specification supersedes. And I believe that this fireplace might not even require a hearth extension. And it's gas logs. You have a switch over here. I turn the switch on, it wouldn't work. Turn the switch off, it wouldn't work. On or off, it wouldn't work. I see a plug, I didn't try. A plug, that's what us regular folks call them. Electric receptacle out, right? Okay, you got some power up here? Yay! Okay, we got power. And then the gas valve is open. The gas valve is open. So the gas valve's on the left side, switch is on the right side. Okay, and then today, I don't know where it's going to end up because that's the gas key. Those are the stoppers. No. I keep thinking. Okay. So for foul lines, that one's not so bad. Just put some bleach in there. I mean, it's supposed to cascade down like that. But this manufacturer specification, the sink manufacturer thinks that you should have clips that they supplied. There was a bag, a sack of metal clips and fasteners that came with this sink. And they want you to drill holes in the bottom side of this and bolt the sink up. And what do? Oh, you know what they did. I found my flashlight. Put it in a different pocket every time. That's a drywall screw. They hold it up with sticks. And yeah, they put some glue up there. Kind of glued it. They got a couple little sticks with drywall screws. Just put a stick up there. Philip, we're going to the beer store. Oh, Doug, you're the fastest plumber in the shop. I know. I'm getting a raise next week. That's the way we do it. That's the way we do it in new construction. Okay. You got to get to the beer store. Okay, rule number 1. We always have